myself included, for the important races that we have coming up this fall. It's funny, earlier today we were at brothers Tim and Christy and we were at the Camp Fellow Business Association, Camp Fellow for lunch. And we kind of expressed the same concern that, we need to see an open forum, we need to have people out there, because there's nothing better than an educated electorate, and that's what we're here for, to spread our message of why we're running and what we can do. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is John Cruz, and I am a candidate for the 10th Plymouth District. That district includes all of the town of West Bridgewater, Easton Precinct 3, Ward 4, Precincts B and C in Brockton, also Ward 5, Precincts B, C, and D, and all of Ward 6. A little bit about myself. I'm from West Bridgewater. I'm currently the chairman of the West Bridgewater Board of Health. I've been on the fire department for 30 years. I've been to Brockton on many occasions in mutual aid calls to the city of Brockton, and in some areas of Brockton and throughout the city. I've been there, so I know pretty much the whole district. I'm also a registrar of voters in my town. I'm on my local housing authority. But most importantly is that I'm a businessman. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a small businessman. I own my own plumbing business. I'm a plumber. That's it. I'm not a career politician. I don't intend to be a career politician. I want to get there. I want to get to Beacon Hill, and I want to make the changes that need to be correct. Make the changes that need to be corrected to help everybody out there. I mean, I'm a plumber. I fix broken things, and that's what I want to do. I want to go to Beacon Hill and fix the problems that are broken up there. Some of the issues that I'm looking at is, we have a government that's out of control right now. Prior to this election, I ran 20 years ago, and I was fortunate enough to win. Back then, the district was just the same amount of Brockton, 9 precincts, in the town of West Bridgewater. I ran and I beat an entrenched incumbent at the time, a former city councilor, Councilor at Large, Ted Burgess. I beat him. I went to the state house for 2 years. It took me a year and a half to figure out how it works. Now, when I get elected this year, when I win in November and I get sworn in January, I will be able to hit the ground running. The problem that I want to talk about on Beacon Hill, and I won't bore you because there's quite a few other speakers up there that want to get their point across, just like I'm trying to get mine. But the problem that we have right now is that we have an excessive amount of spending in government. Government has the problem of spending too much. Perfect example, when I was there 18 years ago, the state budget was about $9 billion. Do you know what it is today? It's more than 3 times that, $27 billion. Let me ask a question. Is everybody's wages tripled in the past 8 years? State government spending, that is. Perfect example. What they do last year when they needed more revenue. They increased the sales tax 25%. Why do they do it? Because they can. Because they don't have any leadership up there. The leadership that they have is they meet behind closed doors and they say, look, this is what we have to do. The Democrats are the ones that are in control. There's no checks and balances. One of the topics that I want to talk about when I get up there is, and unfortunately, Terry Murray, the Senate President, discussed it a couple of weeks ago, but I was the one that started this. It was called the Sunset Commission. And what it would do, this commission, we would form in the State House, legislators, senators, and representatives, to look at all the programs that have been instituted in the past, say, 5 years. That's when government spending started to take off. When revenues were coming into the state, they couldn't spend it fast enough. So what I want to do is review the programs that they've instituted in the past 5 years, and let's have them come in front of our commission and explain to me, the board, why you still need it. I mean, we have overlapping agencies, we have overlapping commissions, and what that equals out to is overlapping is waste of money. Another thing that I want to look at is let's put a cap on spending. 5 years ago, they were increasing 3, 4, 5, 6%. The money was coming in and they couldn't spend it fast enough. That put us into the predicament that we're in now. They need more money to create this, to continue this monster of government. I want to cap it. Let's cap it at maybe the consumer price index, or let's cap it at something. So you can't go beyond that percentage of increase every year. That will slow down growth. It won't necessarily slow down services. It'll just slow down the amount of growth of government. Because everybody that's up there on Beacon Hill can always come up with a program that they like, that if there's money for, they will fund. And unfortunately what happens as time goes on, they feel that the program is needed. That's pretty much it. I'm a candidate for state representative, 10th Plymouth District, Precinct 3 in Easton, all the town of West Bridgewater, Ward 4, Precincts B and C, Ward 5, Precincts B, C, and D, all of Ward 6. I'm very accessible. It's easy to get in touch with me. My website, I'll pass out some cards, my bumper stickers. It's easy to get in touch with me, johncruzforrep.com. That's johncruzforrep.com. Or my phone number. That's even easier. Area code 588-VOTE. Area code 508-588-VOTE. I'm very accessible, and I just want to thank everybody for attending tonight. And if you have any questions, if everybody wants that, I guess we'll have Q&A at the end of the presentations. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Okay? Thank you.